So I bought a boat. We bought this baby off Facebook Marketplace for what we thought was a deal of $3,500. But the stoke didn't last too long. Turns out this needed a lot more work than we could have ever thought, but looking back it does make sense for a 35-year-old boat. Join me as we do some much needed maintenance on this boat, as well as enjoy our last little sun before we pack up and leave Florida. Oh, look who decided to show up.
Well, hey there, looks like we got some work to do.
We got boats to work on today. Mr. Balo's collecting dust, bro.
It's pretty sad. I never ever thought it would have sat this long, but it's your fault because we've only been using the skiff.
Damn, bro. Oh, gross. What's going on? We're back again with the 35-year-old skiff here, 1990 McKee Craft 17-footer. We have realized after a couple test runs that there's a lot to go over on this boat, so we're going to be tackling a lot of those things today. One being and foremost the starter, because we have been stranded. I've been walking up and down the beach asking people if they have jump packs, and it was embarrassing, and we're never doing that again. So I did order this starter off eBay for 50 bucks. And I think it's the same part number. We're about to freaking find out. We're gonna install that. There's a couple other things that's wrong with it. Let me go over that real fast for you. We have a bad bushing down here. We had a dead battery problem. There's a wiring mess under this dashboard that we're going to tackle. Oh, I cleaned the carbs last video, and now there's just a really high idle going on. Make a bunch of really small adjustments here and just do some overall great maintenance to this boat that it needs after 35 years of being in this world. Older than me. Hope y'all enjoy. Let's get into it. Start it first, baby.
All right, check out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. Gotta get this. Oh.
There's the starter.
And look how easy. That was really freaking easy to take out. Oh geez, this is actually very good to see. Oh wow, look at this. This is bad. These wires are actually like fraying all the way through. They're just smashed in there. I don't know why they're ran that way. That's good. We're going to just crank it real quick. We're not actually gonna run it. We're just gonna crank it and make sure that this works. I mean, if it fires up, it fires up, but we're not gonna let it run. Oh. No.
Went back and reviewed the video, and the only thing that was different is these little red tabs that came with the new one that we just thought were bullshit, so we took off. But we're gonna try to put them on and see if that changes anything. Let's go, baby.
Hey,
what?
There it is.
It's engaging.
Yeah, perfectly. Do it again.
Every time.
But hold it a little bit long because I want to see if it drops down like the other one was.
Okay. Oh, it is.
Still doing it.
Wow. Yeah, it is. It's exactly what the other one was doing. It would come up here and engage for a second, and then it would drop right down. So we thought it was the starter. That's why we ordered a new one. Apparently sometimes if there's bad connections up by the battery, that'll cause a drop in power when we're cranking, and then that'll disengage the...
Oh, the solenoid is destroyed now. As I was tightening it, it literally just broke right out of it. So I'm hoping that that was the actual issue, is just this solenoid. I'm gonna try to get a new one, see how quickly we can get it delivered, or see if we could pick one up. But yeah, this pulled right out of it, just completely broke.
Trying to fix the starter, and I went to AutoZone to try to find a replacement, and called other stores, didn't work out. So we are just gonna pull the lower unit, make sure everything good is happening in there, the impeller's not fried. Maybe we'll dump some of the, what's it, oil in here?
Gear oil.
Yeah, maybe we'll dump the gear oil and see if there's anything to be bothered about in there. Just really going over it and doing routine maintenance stuff that might not have been done over the last 30 years.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God.
Nice catch. Wow. It didn't even hit the ground. Hell yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Maybe let's just clean that.
There's a lot of gunk and other debris down here. The impeller looked great, so we're gonna keep that. But I'm gonna wire brush down this lower unit. Looks like there's a good amount of salt corrosion and just other gunk that we'll get out of here. And then we'll seal it back up. We were moving extremely slow this day. Not shown here is many different trips to the store, many different small problems not working, and an unusual amount of patience from both of us. We couldn't help but just laugh at everything that went wrong that day, and the days to follow proved challenging as well with all the rain, but I tried to make the most of it. Woo! Alright gang, back to some solenoid shenanigans. I have the new one. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna put it in and see if it works. Alright, on this new solenoids, I am learning that there is a little baby S right there on that side. And on the other side, there's a little baby I, and they stand for start and ignition. And the yellow cord, according to ChatGPT, is going to the start side, and then any other cord, I'm just gonna copy as it was on this one, which looks like a ground. Looks like a ground, honestly. So. Alright, let's remember why we got into the starter mess. It was because this thing, when you turn your key, it pops up here, and it engages with the flywheel. And it wasn't staying in this position and cranking the flywheel due to what we thought was the starter, so we replaced it. But it turns out it might have been the solenoid, which was losing power. So we replaced the solenoid now, so hopefully the current stays strong and this top part stays engaged with the flywheel long enough to crank it. I'm out of breath saying that, but I'm gonna mount you up here and we're gonna find out together whether we fix the issue or not. If this little guy goes back down before the engine starts, we still have not fixed the issue. All right, here we go. I guess that's just working on engines for you. Sometimes you buy a whole bunch of new parts, spend some good money, giving back to the engine. You really think you're doing it right, and it wasn't even the issue to begin with. And I am just back to where I was in the beginning. With new parts though, I guess. So there's a silver lining to it. The packing had to start sometime, and I am not stoked on it. Moving is one of the most stressful things I think a human being can do. So seeing all your stuff packed up into a small little container, it's not the most fun thing to do, but we're moving, so let's get her done.
If you're wondering why we have so many shoes, it's because we used to partner with this shoe company, so we needed to have one model of every single pair of their shoes.
Yeah, we're not just sneakerheads.
Yeah, we're not sneakerheads at all.
We do not want this many shoes, but
we don't work with the company anymore, but we still really like the shoes, so we're gonna keep them.
I've never had this many shoes in my life.
I probably
quite frankly.
have. I love them. Hashtag shout out Fieldgrounds.
Yeah,
they're honestly really great shoes, and we wear them every single day. So.
And we also took this week and the days where it was harder to work on the boat to go and enjoy our favorite things around the Miami area and Fort Lauderdale area, actually, including these wonderful donuts. And I had my very last day of work, and this one was very bittersweet. I normally don't get to get in the pool, but today I brought my bathing suit and we had a little fun.
Let's hear what Andres thinks about your diving.
10 out of 10. 10. I've only done
This is Gunner's redemption.
Just reverse flip.
Okay.
Oh! What do you think, Nicholas? 8.
10.
Let's go.
I think that was pretty good for just a young lad.
All right. New day. Kind of the end of the week here. Been honestly running around, getting things finalized before we leave Florida, doing last little work days, / getting as much as I can fixed on this boat before the weather is no longer nice and we trail this baby home to Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's official. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a try to trailer it back and have some fun with this in Pittsburgh. But like I said, I'm just trying to fix as much stuff in warm weather here before we go back to Pittsburgh and it's literally freezing again for the next month. The last big thing that I need to address before I leave is the keel of this boat. So it looks pretty good up top, but when you start coming down here, you can see the bottom paint's worn off. And if you look more closely, we can see some fiberglass in there. And that is not good. There's another really bad spot right here. A lot of fiberglass showing, gel coat fully removed, bottom paint fully removed. We got to get it to the boat ramp, put it in, and see if it's rubbing on anything on the trailer so we can rule that out and fix the trailer before I start to fix up the bottom side of this boat with the stuff that's coming today. Oh, at the boat ramp. An awful day for boating and it's so windy, but there's still people here. Alright, at the boat ramp, going for a swim. Oh! Got him like halfway off. We're gonna see if anything's going on here.
Rides are coming in clutch right now.
It really is not touching any part of the trailer at all that I thought it was going to be touching. The only thing that I see being an issue is these bunks right here. Like this is straight wood right here. That's the only thing that's really rubbing, but a lot of the part of the keel that's damaged would never even touch it anyway. So I'm thinking that the guy who we bought it from, like the old trailer, because this is obviously a new one, was bad. Not ideal, but it happens. How are you feeling about your last days in Florida?
Bittersweet, I think. Like, I'm ready to go, but also, like, I'm gonna miss the sun.
It's not even sunny and you have a sweatshirt on.
I've definitely adapted to the Florida temperatures, and when it's, like, less than 75 degrees out, I need a hoodie.
Well, last couple days in Florida. This land has changed to me. We've been slowly packing over time, so we didn't have to pack all the last day. There's not really much else to do. The fiberglass issue on the boat is not going to be resolved, so we're not going to be able to drop the boat in the water before we leave here, which sucks. Really wanted to bring the boat to the Keys. It's okay, it'll just make me want to boat in Pittsburgh even more and be good motivation for getting the boat in the water there. I got to change the oil today. We're just going to do some truck maintenance stuff before we leave here. I'm going to check the brakes, do the oil, and yeah, hopefully we get one more sunny day before we're out of here.
Look at that dirty ass oil. Oh my god, oh my god. Pee! Oh my god.
Smile, Captain.
Maybe that wasn't the move.
That was deep as shit. Oh my god.
A small car just went through it. These are probably having a field day.
That car's like underwater over there. It's rained for like the first time really hard in a while. Like it rains here like all summer, but this was like the first time it's rained really hard, and the roads are absolutely crazy today. The whole front yard is underwater. Nothing's draining, so everything's just flooding so bad. There's all kinds of trash just floating down the street. Like, I'm above my ankles. Nothing in the house, so we're good. The truck's still running. We're on mission here.
What am I gonna do with it?
Carrot ginger dressing? All right, I made an oopsie with the boat. Every time we've been pulling the boat out of the water, there's been pretty much no water coming out the back. So Brandon's like, you should just leave the plug in. Just leave the plug in, Gunner. And now it rains so massive. It's like a freaking swimming pool in my boat. Is this healthy for the boat?
I can't presume it would be healthy.
We flooded the boat. Yeah, remember how you told me to keep the plug in the boat?
Did it fall out? Oh shit! Oh my god!
And the next morning, we were on the road, just like that, leaving Florida and headed back to Pennsylvania. A pretty smooth trip, honestly. Only one little hiccup.
What happened?
We pulled over just to like get some food and some snacks, and we realized that the taillight was hanging on by a thread. Bro, look at this. We look like such white trash right now. Oh my god.
I'm white trash, and I'm in trouble.
Unloading.
Oh my god.
Where else would a fart come from?
I am beyond impressed that that was the only thing that went wrong this entire trip home. This truck is stressed out. We were doing less than 15 miles per gallon the entire way home, mostly 11, and it somehow pulled through. Yeah, we're really happy to be home and excited. If you made it this far in the video, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it a lot. I will see you next week. Bye.
Go work.
Whoa! Welcome to Pennsylvania. To a Florida boat and a Pennsylvania truck.